Welcome to Hero Villains. In your opinion, what do you think about Hulk versus Swamp Thing, the battle between rage and life? There are battles that shake the stars. There are confrontations that decide the fate of the universe. But sometimes the greatest battle takes place in the wildest and muddiest corners of the earth. Today we witness the clash between two icons, two forces, two opposing sides of this very planet. On one side is the unstoppable rage, the embodiment of infinite physical power, Hulk. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes, to the point where he can destroy the entire world with his footsteps alone. On the other side is the guardian of nature, the embodiment of all plant life in the universe, Swamp Thing, a creature that can regenerate from any leaf or branch and possesses the power of an entire dimension. Hulk is the furious rage that seeks to destroy everything. Swamp Thing is the green shield that will protect everything. When a fist meets the ancient forest, when rage collides with the will of nature, who will stand? To understand the true power of Hulk, Robert Bruce Banner is one of the most brilliant scientists in the world. But his childhood was a dark series of days filled with abuse from his own father. That suppressed pain and rage created a monster within Banner's soul, long before gamma radiation intervened. And then fate struck. During a gamma bomb test, Banner rushed out to save a teenager, taking the full dose of lethal radiation. He should have died, but instead, the radiation awakened the monster within, merging with the rage suppressed over so many years, creating Hulk. Whenever Banner is stressed or angry, adrenaline triggers the transformation, and Hulk emerges. Hulk is not just a large green creature, he is the purest embodiment of rage. The more Banner suppresses him, the more Hulk is contained, and when that barrier collapses, what is unleashed is a destructive force with no endpoint. The relationship between Banner and Hulk is an endless internal battle, but both share one pain: always being hunted, always being seen as monsters, and always longing to be left in peace. Hulk's journey spans from battles on Earth to wars among the stars. He once served as a gladiator on the planet Sakaar, became the Green King, then returned to Earth with the Worldbreaker Rage to take revenge on those who exiled him. Hulk is proof that pain, when unleashed, can create a power that makes the entire universe tremble. Hulk's power operates on one simple but terrifying principle: the angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. His power is theoretically infinite. With no limits, Hulk holds absolute dominance. He has lifted an entire mountain range weighing 150 billion tons. He has held the core of a black hole with a gravitational pull of 270 undecillion tons to save his teammates. He can endure and stand back up under a force equivalent to the weight of an entire star. These numbers are not exaggerations. They are feats that have been documented in the annals of Marvel. When facing cosmic entities, Hulk once shattered the armor of Onslaught with a single punch, Onslaught being the one who had easily defeated Juggernaut and contained the power of Franklin Richards, an entity that creates pocket universes. Hulk's body is nearly impenetrable. He has survived being sucked into a black hole. He has withstood attacks from Onslaught, an entity powerful enough to stop Juggernaut in his tracks. He cannot be destroyed by antimatter. Hulk's regenerative ability is extraordinarily terrifying. Wounds heal almost instantly, and he is immune to most diseases, poisons, and can even survive in the vacuum of outer space. Thunderclap. He can clap his hands to generate a shockwave powerful enough to destroy an entire pocket universe belonging to Darkcrawler. Its force can extinguish stars and knock away even supernatural entities. Hulk can leap thousands of miles in a single jump, even reaching the orbit of Mars. As the Beyonder himself, a near-omnipotent entity, confirmed, Hulk's power is infinite in nature. There is no limit to how powerful he can become if his rage continues to grow. In the Worldbreaker state, just a few of his footsteps are enough to threaten the destruction of an entire continent. After his wife Kyra died in the explosion of the spacecraft sent by the Illuminati, a group including Reed Richards, Tony Stark, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Hulk returned to Earth Earth with the purest rage in history. Each of his footsteps generated magnitude 8 earthquakes. Sentry, a character likened to the Superman of Marvel, had to battle him until both nearly destroyed each other. This is considered one of the most powerful fights in Marvel history. Hulk stretched out both hands and prevented 2 continental plates from colliding, a force sufficient to cause an extinction-level event. Hulk delivered a punch powerful enough to create a crack in space-time, not a black hole, but a tear in the fabric of the universe. Onslaught, the fusion of Magneto and Professor X's minds, is a cosmic-level psychic entity. Hulk is one of the few characters capable of dealing real damage to it. Shot in the head, blown apart, dissolved by acid, sucked into the void of outer space, Hulk comes back. Every time, no exceptions. Hulk has stood beneath a collapsing mountain and held the entire mass while ordinary people escaped. Hulk is not without his weaknesses. Emotion itself is a double-edged sword. If his rage is neutralized or Hulk is psychologically affected deeply enough, he can revert back to Banner, who is completely ordinary in terms of physical ability. Sonic attacks at specific frequencies, mind control attacks, and deep feelings of guilt or sadness have all been used to control or weaken Hulk. However, over the years, Banner and Hulk have learned to merge rather than oppose each other. The Immortal Hulk version marks a period of maturity. Hulk is no longer completely out of control, and Banner is no longer completely afraid of Hulk. They are 2 pieces of the same person who finally find reconciliation. I really hope you subscribe to the channel. It will help us a great deal, and you are the most amazing person. Thank you so very much. If Hulk is the primal force of destruction, then Swamp Thing is the embodiment of eternal life. Dr. Alec Holland was a brilliant botanist researching a formula that could transform deserts into ancient forests. But the dark forces that sought to steal his formula planted a bomb in his laboratory. Severely burned and saturated with experimental chemicals, Holland plunged into the swamp and was believed to have died. But instead of death, his body merged with the chemicals and plant life within the swamp. Alec Holland died and Swamp Thing was born. However, the truth is far more complex than that. It was later revealed that Swamp Thing is not truly a transformed Alec Holland. He is a plant elemental, an entity chosen by the Parliament of Trees itself to serve as the avatar of the Green. The Green is a metaphysical dimension, a cosmic force that connects all plant life throughout the entire DC universe. It is not merely the forests, the trees, or the flowers of Earth, but the very concept of plant life on a multiversal scale. And Swamp Thing is the embodiment of all that power. He carries the memories of Alec Holland, but his true nature is that of a nature deity. His mission is to protect life, to stand against every destructive force, whether human, monster, or other elemental forces such as the Red, the animal kingdom, and especially the Rot, death and decay. Swamp Thing walks between 2 worlds, the world of humanity and the world of nature. He is both a fearsome monster and a compassionate guardian deity, one who married Abby Arcane and has a daughter. It is precisely his connection to humanity that has kept him from becoming a mindless and brutal force of nature. The power of Swamp Thing is not measured in muscle, but in his infinite connection to life itself. Swamp Thing can effortlessly uproot ancient trees and has gone toe-to-toe with Etrigan the Demon, a being who has traded blows with both Superman and Wonder Woman. However, physical strength is merely a shadow of his true power. His plant-based body can be destroyed, burned, and torn apart, but that cannot kill him. Regeneration. This is precisely what makes Swamp Thing a nightmare for any enemy. He can regenerate his body from any plant matter anywhere. He has been shot to pieces, exploded, incinerated, cut into fragments, and he always returns. If his body is completely destroyed, his consciousness simply transfers to another form of plant life and regrows from there. As long as the Green continues to exist, Swamp Thing cannot die. The ultimate feat proving this is his survival and regeneration after being swept through by the antimatter wave of the Anti-Monitor, the force that destroyed the entire pre-Crisis Infinite multiverse. This stands as one of the most supreme regenerative feats of all time. Swamp Thing can control all plant species, causing them to grow at terrifying speed, wrapping around, binding, or attacking enemies. He can turn an entire forest into his army in the blink of an eye. He can dissolve into a tree on Earth and instantly emerge from another tree on a distant planet. He travels through the green itself. He has been known to attack at the speed of light when confronting Superman. When Alec Holland was separated from Swamp Thing, the human aspect disappeared, and the plant aspect became an unrestrained monster. In that state, with a single gesture, he warped and reconstructed the entirety of the green. He absorbed the green, became one with the four elements composing the universe, and reached a multiverse plus level of power. It is precisely the humanity and consciousness of Alec Holland that self-limits Swamp Thing's power to a far lower level. Without that limitation, he is a true god. Completely destroyed on Earth, Swamp Thing regenerated on another planet because he found that planet's the green and used it to reconstruct himself. In numerous conflicts, Swamp Thing has transformed entire cities into dense jungle within minutes, concrete cracking apart, roots piercing through asphalt, trees growing from every crevice. When confronting the Brujeria, a sorceress cult plotting to summon a destructive entity, Swamp Thing literally descended into hell to stop them. Swamp Thing has existed purely as consciousness within the green, with no physical body, merely a stream of awareness flowing through the global plant network. Swamp Thing can resurrect a completely dead ecosystem, bringing life back to barren land, deserts, and heavily polluted soil. This is not merely combat power, this is pure creative power. The greatest weakness of Swamp Thing is the absence of plant life. In a completely inorganic environment such as a bare, rocky desert, aboard a steel vessel in outer space, or inside a thoroughly sterilized room, Swamp Thing loses his primary source of energy and his capacity for instant regeneration. On an internal level, Swamp Thing has undergone a long journey to accept his true nature. From an entity in anguish, believing himself to be a human trapped within, he became a calm and powerful avatar who clearly understands his place in the universe. This is a battle of paradoxes, infinite destructive power against infinite survival power. Can a fist capable of extinguishing stars truly crush something whose very existence is eternal life? In a one-on-one fight, Hulk holds an absolute advantage in physical strength. A single punch from Hulk carries planet-destroying force and would reduce any plant body of Swamp Thing to ash in an instant. Hulk's thunderclap can level entire forests, shatter every vine-based attack, and even generate cosmic-level shockwaves. If this were a purely physical contest, Hulk would kill Swamp Thing hundreds of times over. But the problem is that Hulk cannot truly kill Swamp Thing. He can destroy Swamp Thing's body, but the consciousness of the plant elemental will immediately transfer to another tree, even on another planet, and regrow from there. Furthermore, Swamp Thing does not need to match Hulk blow for blow. He can use Hulk's own rage against him. He can produce pollen and spores that cause hallucinations, or soothe the nervous system to calm Hulk's fury and bring Banner back to the surface. It has been suggested that he could pacify Hulk immediately. If Hulk becomes the World Breaker and destroys the Earth, Hulk can do that, but then what? Hulk cannot survive indefinitely in the vacuum of space, while Swamp Thing can. He would simply transfer his consciousness to plant life on another planet in the universe, and it could even be extraterrestrial plant life, since the green connects all plant life throughout the entire universe. Hulk would destroy himself in the cold vacuum of space, while a tree on a distant galaxy would bloom, and from that bloom, Swamp Thing is reborn. This is a battle that perfectly illustrates why destructive force cannot defeat eternal life. Hulk is stronger in every physical dimension. Each of his punches is a death sentence. He can tear Swamp Thing apart as easily as tearing paper. Victory for Hulk means destroying his opponent, but Swamp Thing is a being that cannot be destroyed by physical force. His existence is anchored to a metaphysical dimension of life itself, something that has persisted through the destruction of the multiverse. Hulk can rage to the point of shattering reality, but that rage will eventually have to cool, and life continues on. In a prolonged battle, Hulk will grow weary. Rage cannot be sustained forever when there is no tangible target to strike. Swamp Thing can wait, regenerate, harass, and ultimately pacify Banner, or simply wait until Hulk exhausts himself and reverts to his human form. Hulk will defeat himself in a battle against an enemy who is never truly there. The battle ends not with a roar of fury, but with the silence of a forest that has grown back from the ashes. Ultimately, Swamp Thing is the final victor. Hulk is the strongest there is, but Swamp Thing is life itself, and life always finds a way to endure. And that is our analysis of the battle between destructive power and immortal life. But as always, this is just one perspective. Can Hulk's rage reach a level where it erases even abstract concepts like the green? Or will Swamp Thing find a way to pacify the beast before it is too late? What do you think? Who is the true winner in this unrelenting battle? Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoy these ultimate showdowns between universes, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any upcoming confrontation. And remember to follow us. Thank you all for being with us, and we will see you again in the next battle.